Okay, second time painting a brightly colored Space Marine. The Inductii, a very interesting part of Space Marine lore. Now, early on in the Horus Heresy, it became quite clear that Space Marines were going to be dying in droves, and to remedy this, the Inductii program became a thing. Now, both Loyalist and traitor forces would press gang new neophytes or recruits into their ranks and haphazardly inject new Space Marine organs into them. Oftentimes, a lot of these organs would be incompatible and thus result in a very painful and quick death. Now, when this death didn't come, a lot of the Space Marine Inductii, who were now newly pressed into the ranks, would be hypno-indoctrinated and have all the tactics that were needed to be implanted into their brain, and culture and Legion history would be pushed into their minds at very rapid rates. Now, what specifically was indoctrinated into them would depend on the Legion and the Legion's tactics, or even a commander's specific wants or moralities. Now, often this would reflect the Legion's, general vibe. For example, the Imperial Fist and Inductii were often implanted with defensive strategies, especially those who were at the Siege of Terra. Now, separate legions had their own problems with the Inductii. For example, the Raven Guard and the Salamanders would rely on Inductii because of the massive losses they took on Istvan. Meanwhile, traitor forces, because they didn't have access to the same equipment the Imperium has, would often have issues with their own Inductii, like some of them not having multiple lungs or some of them not even having the black carapace. So to remedy this, they would give them live fire training, which is just throwing them out into the wild or not training them up until they are on the field. Like, your training is not dying on the battlefield. Now, obviously, this would end up with casualties, massive casualties for these new recruits. But again, that is just another consequence of being a Space Marine in the Age of Darkness. But that's enough of the lore dumping. Time to focus on painting.